What's up, y'all? So for the past couple of months I have been learning AWS, and I figured that today we would learn something a little bit more different than just using React or HTML or CSS. We would learn how we can host a simple static HTML web page using an EC2 instance. Let's get into it. Just a prerequisite, you are gonna need a AWS account if you don't already have one. Alright, so if you've never worked in AWS before, you will be greeted by this page right here, the AWS Management Console. And firstly, I will be working inside of the Northern Virginia region, right here, US East 1. And under my Find Services right here, I will type in EC2, and I'll see Virtual Servers in the Cloud. I'll just go ahead and click that. Alright, so that took me to the EC2 dashboard, and don't worry about what anything really means here. The only thing I want to be caring about is this button right here that says Launch Instance, which is going to help us launch our very first instance. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and click Launch Instance. Alright, so since I'm cheap as hell, for my Amazon Machine Engine, I'm going to be using this first one right here, the Amazon Linux 2 AMI HVM. I don't know what the HVM stands for, SSD volume type, but I'm going to use it because it's free. And now it's going to be taking me to this right here, an instance type. And since we want to use a free tier, we're going to use a T2 micro. I'm going to click Next, Configuration Instance Details. And you don't need to worry about what anything here means. We just leave everything as is. Now down here, inside of the advanced details is where you can write your Bootstrap scripts. This is where we can speed up our entire tutorial, but I want to show you how to create a web page manually as opposed to having the EC2 instance do everything on launch. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Add Storage, leave everything as is, click Add Tags. Now for the tags, I'm going to add one tag, a name. So I'll do the key as a name, and the value, I'll just put in EC2 instance web server, and I'll click Configure Security Groups, and I will add two rules including the SSH. So the first one is going to be HTTP, and the second one is going to be HTTPS. And for the source, usually you would never do this, but I'll just do anywhere for both of these right here. And I'm going to just create a new existing security group. I'll give it the name of EC2 public static page, and I'll just copy this and put it right inside of here for the description as well. And I'll click Review and Launch. I'll click Launch, and now it's going to ask us to create a new existing key pair. For this, I'll just create a new one. Well, it's going to first ask us to choose one if you already have one made. So I'll give it a key pair name of my EC2 web server key pair. That is a long title, and I'll download the key pair, and you can see right down here it's added to my downloads. I don't know if I can zoom into, no, I cannot zoom in there. So now I'll just launch my instance and let that work its magic. Let's go ahead and view our instance. And so now just give it about 2 to 3 minutes. Oh damn, that was fast. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is SSH into my instance. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this, check the checkbox right here, and go in our actions and click connect. Now there's multiple ways of connecting to the instance. There's an session manager and SSH client, but I'm just going to use the built-in browser SSH connectivity. So I'm going to click connect inside of the EC2 instance connect, and it should open it up in another tab like so. And here we go, we are inside of our EC2 instance. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, so what we are going to do is go to the root of this bad boy. Alright, so I want to type in sudo -s, and now we are inside of the root. So let's go ahead and check if there are any updates that we need to install. So I'll do yum -y update, and looks like there was one quick one. I don't know what that is. And now I'm gonna go ahead and install HTTPD. So yum install HTTPD, and I'm gonna go ahead and click Y. So right down here it says, I don't think I can zoom here. There we go, I can zoom. It says, is this okay? I'm just gonna click, I'm gonna enter Y and press enter, and it should be done. There we go. Alright, so you might be wondering, what the heck did we just install into our instance? Well, we installed Apache. Now, what is Apache? Apache is the HTTP server quality, I don't even know what that is, called Apache. It's a free open source cross-platform, yada yada yada. Simply, it's just an open source HTTP server. That's it. And so right now, it's turned off. We gotta turn it on. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is type in service, then I'm gonna type in HTTPD start, and now started. So if you want to know that it's actually working, we're gonna go back into our instance right here where we connected. We're gonna go back one directory, and I'm gonna go ahead and copy this IPv4 address and put it in my browser. And there we go. We are in an Apache test page, server page, thingamabob. Nice. Alright, so now that we got this working, let's go ahead and create some content to make this really pop and pizzazz. So I'm going to go back into my EC2 instance, and from here, what I'm going to do is type in cd, and instead of cd, I will do cd/var/www/html. Now this just took us to a place where we can create our files and host them in our Apache server that we just created. So what I'll do is, to create a file, let me zoom in a little bit more, I'll do touch index.html. So touch just basically creates a new file, and now we've created the file. So to go inside of the file, I'll do nano. It sounds like nana, but it's not. Index.html. And so now here we are. We are inside of a really weird, well, really old text editor. And inside of here, I'm going to type a simple HTML tag and close it. And inside of this tag right here, I'll just create some content like, wow, you are on my website, you are good. And I'll add a smiley face. There we go. And so now I'll just press Control X. Then we want to save the changes, so I'll press Y. And now file name to write, I'll just press enter, and that's it. We're done. So now that's changed our content for the web page. So if I were to go into /index.html, oops, not HTMK, I don't even know what HTMK is, HTML, we will see, wow, you're on my website, you are good, smiley face. Cool, so that concludes this tutorial. We learned a lot of stuff today. We learned how to set up an EC2 instance, we learned how to set up a server with Apache on it, and create a simple web page server. Now, I know this content is a little bit different than React, HTML, or CSS, but since I was learning it, I thought it was really cool, and I wanted to teach it to y'all. If y'all enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.